everybody. Mrs. Ketter here. Today we're going to work on lesson number 6, which is learning some new skills. We're learning the spider crawl with our bow, and we're going to learn how to use our second finger for violin and violas, for cello's third finger, to play a new note on the D string. And we're going to learn the song Hot Cross Buns and Mary Had a Little Lamb. So let's get started. Things that you'll want to do to train your fingers to be stronger is to do what I call finger taps. And finger taps are simply just an exercise to get your finger up and down on the string, and it actually exercises your muscles that work your fingers. So this is what we're going to do. Before I start the music that we're going to play to, what you want to do is get your hands set up in position on your violin or viola, or if you're cello, you want to make sure your thumb is on the back of the neck. I want you to put your first finger down on the D string. And what we're going to do in this recording that we're going to listen to and play along to is we're just going to tap our fingers up and down to the beat of the recording. So after we do our first finger tapping, I'm going to ask you to switch and add your next finger. For violin violas, that'll be 2s, or for cellos, that'll be adding 2 and 3, and we'll be tapping those fingers up together. If you're just a violin viola, you're going to just be tapping your second finger, not both of them, but just your second finger. And for cello, you're going to be tapping. You can just do your third finger tap if you want, or if you want to do 3 and 2 at the same time. That's a trickier thing to do, but you can certainly try that. All right, so let's get ready. Let's get our instruments in playing position. Again, violin, violas up on your shoulder, thumb lined up on the thumb pad, cellos behind the neck. Here's the music. I'll tell you when to start, so get ready. This is actually the song called The Can-Can, so you might be familiar with it. It's a fun song. Here we go. So remember, just tapping up and down. Not yet. Get ready. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, tap. Just your first finger. If you're cello, you're like this. Violin, violas. To our next finger. Get ready, next finger. Keep that one down. Now add your next finger. Ready? Here we go. Cellos. Keep tapping. Good. I'm sure that gave you a little workout for your fingers. They're probably tired, so you could shake out your hand a little bit just to get your fingers to come back to life. All right, very good. Now, in this next lesson, we have the 2 new songs to learn, and that is Hot Cross Buns and Mary Had a Little Lamb. So we're going to start with Hot Cross Buns. So when you are violin and viola and you see the number 2 in the sheet for Hot Cross Buns, that means you're going to place your first finger on the D string and your second finger on the D string. And they're going to be lined up on the same string, but you're going to have 2 fingers down on that string. Let's just double check that. For violin violas, just pluck your D string. It should sound like this for 2 fingers. Now, if you're a cello player, you're going to have 3 fingers down on the cello, 1, 2, and 3 with your thumb in the back. And let's pluck that for cellos, okay? And you're on the D string. Very good. All right, so for our song today, Hot Cross Buns, we have to use 2 fingers, and then we'll lift up, or if you're cello, 3 fingers. We'll lift up and do our first finger, and then we'll lift up, and 0 means no fingers, okay? So we're going to try this together first. So let's get everybody ready. Cellos and violins and violas. Everybody with their fingers down on the D string. Get ready. Here's the count off. 1, 2, ready, pluck. Rest, next note, rest, rest, rest. Put them down again, ready? Rest, 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 rest. 4 zeros. 1, 1, 1. Next finger, rest, 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 rest. Hopefully you did really well with that. We're going to do it again. This time I have some music that we're going to practice along to, and it's the hot cross buns with the harp playing in the background. So I'm going to start the song. Now we're going to play it through twice. So there's going to be a drum beat that's going to count off for us 8 beats. I'll also count us in so you know when to start. And then there will be another, at the end of the song, there'll be another 8 beats, and then the song will start again. So we'll play it twice, okay? So do your best if you can. If it's a little too fast, just practice it on your own until you feel ready to try it with the recording. So get your fingers lined up. Again, cello's all 3 fingers. Violin, viola is just 2. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, pluck. Ready? 1, 2, the same song, go. Rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Very nice. Good job. That was really, really good. Now, when you're practicing a new song, you don't have to play it with the recording, although I am putting the recording in our Google Classroom, and you can try to play along with it. And the recordings I'm going to be putting in, which are just listening, not video, there will be 4 times to play the song for each recording. Okay, so it gives you a chance to really practice the songs well. And that's generally a good thing to do, is to play each song 4 times when you're practicing a song. All right, each time that you practice, I mean, not just for good, but each time that you practice. Okay, now we're going to go on to Mary Had a Little Lamb. So we'll do the same thing, but again, we're going to be, this is a little trickier, so hang in there. Let's see if we can do our song with a little bit of a faster speed. Again, violin, viola, start with your A string this time, 2 fingers. Cellos, 3 fingers on your A string. Remember, it's the A string for Mary Had a Little Lamb. Okay, get ready. Here's the count off. 1, 2, ready, pluck. Rest, rest, rest. Okay, that's pretty tricky. If you're having trouble with the very first part, which goes for violin, violas 2, 1, 0, 1, or for cellos 3, 1, 0, 1, just practice that measure a couple of times on its own. Just that line over and over, maybe 4 or 5 times in a row, and then it'll get better as you do the whole song. So we're going to do it one more time, and this time I'm going to put the music on, and again, that recording will be in the Google Classroom, and it will play 4 times. So it's a little tricky because it's fast, so hang in there or just listen for this time. So get ready. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest, rest, rest. That might be really fast, so we're going to try it again. 1, 2, ready, again. Good job. Awesome. Now, again, if that was too fast for you to practice to with the music, just do it on your own and then see if you can try to speed it up a little bit each time you practice and you get better at it. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to switch to our bow to do the spider crawl. So hopefully you have your bow nearby. Pick up your bow. If you're violin or viola, just remember to keep your pinkies on top. If you're cello, your pinky hangs down a little bit, but everybody has to keep their thumb behind their bent. All right, so you want to hold your bow up just like this, kind of pointing up to the ceiling, straight up. No other hands touching the bow, just your bow hand. So to do your spider crawl, what you want to do is you want to slide up your thumb a little bit and don't squeeze, then slide your fingers, and then your thumb and your fingers. So let's try to do this together. And turn my bow this way so you can kind of see it. And when you get really good, you can probably speed it up a little bit faster and really looks like a little spider crawling up. Again, I'm not holding it other than just with my hand that's crawling. And then again, the tricky thing is to try to crawl down. I even have trouble with this. But the big thing is, remember, you're just holding your bow with your fingertips. You're not squeezing, and this is a really great exercise to get your fingers in shape, because you know we're using this hand a lot now, which is exercising our left hand, but this is a good finger exercise for the right hand. So don't forget, we're going to have some spider crawl races next week, so get ready and do practice your spider crawl. Now the other thing I want to do is I want to do that bow warm up where you play 8 times on each string, and I'm going to put the music to that, and that music recording is going to be in Google Classroom also. And just remember that we're going to start on the G string first, and then we're going to go to the D, then the A, and if you're violin, go to the E, that's your top string. If you're cello viola, go to your bottom string, which is C. Once we get to that point, then we're going to go backwards and do our A, our D, and end on G. So here's the music for the bow warm-up. So get your good bow hold. Okay. Make sure that again, everything's really lined up on your stick that you're holding. You can keep your hand here if you're violin or viola, or you can keep your cello like this while we play with the bow. Put your bow on the G string. Here is the music for the bow warm-up. We're going to listen to the drum kick first. Whoops, hold on, let me get the right song going. All right, here we go. It's kind of loud. Ready, set, G string, ready, go. To A, D, and then G, very good. Remember, when you're doing this, your bow just glides back and forth, and that is a good thing to do every time you practice. Now, to finish off today, we're going to end with trying the bow on the blues song. Now, I know this might be a little tricky because you might still be just practicing it plucking, but let's see if we can try the blues with the bow this time. So again, make sure that you're going to change from your D string to your G string when it's time. So get ready. Here we go. A 1, 2, ready, D. practicing. See you next week. Bye-bye.